So, since we got no content in FIFA tonight, I thought I'd do another one of my top 10s, and in this video today, we are going to cover the left back position. If you need to get your hands on some coins to improve your ultimate team, then check out the link in the description, igvault.com, and if you use the code Kieran at checkout, you'll get yourself a pretty nice discount. As per usual, I do want to invite you guys to get involved in this series. In the comment section down below, let me know who your favourite left back is in this year's ultimate team, and also let me know which position we should cover next. With FUT Birthday coming out on Friday, I think we will see some of the more attacking top 10s coming out after that promo has released. Quick note, as per usual, in these top 10s, icons are not included. They're going to get their own separate video, so none of them will feature in this top 10. Also worth mentioning, some of these players, their value for money does come into consideration for some of them rankings too. So let's begin with my number 10, and it's a card which might actually surprise some people. It is Nick Lima from the MLS Squad Foundation's Objectives, and it's just one of them cards that's good in game. It's a very solid item, and ultimately I do feel like he'd be used a lot more if he was easier to get into high level teams, because he's actually got a really solid item, and when you put an anchor chem style on him, he's got ridiculous pace, very good physicals, and that's the reasons why he's very effective in game. His defensive stats aren't actually that impressive, even with a good chem style on them, but with his physicals being so good, he's just got the ability to catch people up and knock them off the ball, and he just does a really nice job as a fullback due to that. Also, his dribbling isn't half bad either, and he's also got an okay crossing stat as well, which certainly can help. In at number 9 is another Squad Foundations item, so that means 2 of the top 10 so far have been quote-unquote free items, which is pretty cool. Ricoh Henry, I think this card is actually really nice, and although he's not in an ideal league for building teams, he's got a good nation which makes him fairly easy to link into some sides, and it's just another one of them items that's really good in game. Once more, very good pace and pretty solid defensive stats as well, and his physicals are not too bad either. I do wish he had a bit better strength, but the anchor chem style does give him a nice boost in that area. Also worth mentioning, this item does actually have a couple 99 rated stats. He's got 99 jumping, agility and balance as a base card, which is pretty freaking impressive. So that's without the chem style boost. So yeah, really nice card right here, and if you can fit him into your team, it's definitely worth doing so because he's a really solid left back. Next up is a player who is actually tradable, so you can actually go out and buy this guy if you want to do so, and he's actually a fairly new card to the game. It's second in form Kieran Tierney. Now I know I'm going to get comments saying, Kieran, this is a biased pick. It's really not. Tierney has always had a really good left back item in Ultimate Team. He's tall for a fullback, he's got good pace and good physicals, and just that alone makes him a very usable fullback. But with this Tierney card, you've also got semi-good dribbling, you've also got really nice distribution with the passing, and also very solid defensive capabilities. So it's just a really solid left back item that's good not just defensively but also offensively, and that's one of the reasons I really like this card. He's just really good for getting up and down the wings, and as I say, bit of a beast physically as well, especially when you apply the anchor chem style to this card. The next item is one of them cards that people either love or they absolutely hate, and most of them hate it because they don't like coming up against it, like me for instance. I do not like coming up against this Adama because in game he's an absolute monster. He actually came out as an SBC during the FUT Freeze promo, so he's no longer available, but for those of you who got him, I'm sure you haven't been too disappointed with your purchase. A lot of people actually use this card as a centre back, and unfortunately he's very effective there. But as a fullback, he's also really good because he has ridiculous pace. Adama is one of them players in game who feels as quick as his card suggests, not all players do, and he's also just physically an absolute monster as well. And like I keep saying, pace and physicals alone in a fullback are so big. Tackling ability just can sometimes come as a bonus, but yeah, for pace alone, this Adama is up there, and also 4-star skills is definitely a bonus on a wide player as well. But yeah, an absolute beast. I kind of regret not doing the SBC, but at the time it just felt a bit too much. But yeah, it's one of them that's still effective to this stage in the game. Now, some of you might be getting quite sick of me doing this, but I've got a lot of objective players in this top 10, and that's because I think there's been so many good ones this year, especially in the left back role. And up next, we've got Sinkgraven, who is the Bundesliga League Player objective, and I actually really Really thought this card was class when I used it, and he's still one of my go-to Bundesliga left backs. He's an absolute monster. I really do like him. Now, he doesn't have as good strength as some of the other fullback options, but just in all areas he feels really good. He's got very solid passing, he's obviously very quick, and his dribbling is really nice for a fullback as well. Defensively sound and decent physicals, and as I say, it just makes for a really good item that you literally can play in any defensive role. I actually do like to sub him on as a CDM, but also as a left back I think he's really good. Another fullback there with 4-star skills as well, which is obviously a nice bonus for those of you who do like to attack with your wide men. It's now time to crack into the top 5, and we begin with the What If Reguilon, who is currently 87 rated as I'm recording this video, but this Wednesday we do know that he's getting upgraded to 89 after Tottenham got their clean sheet. So with that in mind, this card's going to get even better. I loved him as an 87. I actually think this is the best Premier League left back available in the game at the current time. He's very quick, dribbling is great in game, and defensively I just think he's a bit of a beast. His tackling ability for me was really good, and that was one of the things that I was so happy with this item. He's one of them that physical stats are good but they're not great, but his tackling ability is just really good. So for me, he was just so solid defensively. He does like to get forward a lot, that's the only thing that I can really pull him back on, but other than that, excellent left back item, and as I say, for me personally, probably is the best Premier League left back currently available in the game, and as I say, with him getting an upgrade on Wednesday, he's going to get even better. In at number 4, we actually have another What If item. It's Yuri Bereshitcher, whose name hopefully I'm getting right. Just an excellent card. Like, he has already got his What If upgrade, and he's class. Like, if you've used him, you will know. Now, the problem is a lot of people won't have used him because they would rather use some other La Liga left back that we might discuss later in the video. I'm sure you know who I'm referring to. But if you don't want to use that one in particular, this guy is definitely a great option. He is fantastic in game. Very quick, defensively sound, physicals are very good, dribbling is great, and even when going forward, he has very good passing ability and great crossing as well. And to be fair, he's also got pretty good shot power and long shots, so he's a threat from wherever, and it's just a really good left back item that can do a job for you, like really can. So if you haven't had a chance yet, I do recommend trying this card because it's pretty good, and to be fair, it's only costing just over 100k. That doesn't seem bad value at all to me. In fact, it seems very good, so definitely worth trying if you run with a Spanish or La Liga themed side. Okay, it is top 3 time now, and we have a headliners item. We have headliners Theo Hernandez, who, like, there's a reason he cost a ridiculous amount. He is well over 500k on both consoles, and for good reason. He's an excellent card, a brilliant left back, and definitely one of the best in the game. Stands at a good height as well, 6 foot, but also has ridiculous pace. He is so fast in game, both with the ball and when coming back without it. Defensively, brilliant. He just lacks maybe a little bit in the interceptions on his card stats, but actually in game they're pretty solid. His tackling ability is definitely up there with some of the best. His tackling ability is actually better than some centre backs, I think. Like, he's got 99 ratings for both stand and slide tackling when he's got the Anchor Chem style, so yeah, I guess you can notice it quite well in game. This item also has some very nice physicals, dribbling is quite good, and when going forward he's got an elite crossing stat and very good short passing, so the guy can pretty much do it all. Brilliant left back, and I'm sure those of you who have used him will be very well aware of that. And obviously, with this being a headliners item, there is a chance that it could be upgraded at some point in the future too, so it could get even better. Well, you knew this guy was going to feature at some point in this video, and some of you might be thinking, Kieran, how is he in the top 2? His stats are nowhere near as good as some of the other players. You're right, they're not, but in this video we do consider not just stats, but we also consider value for money as well, and like, there is no doubt that this card is like good value for money, excellent value for money. He's currently costing around 89k, and he is one of the best left backs in the game. Now, just looking at the stats, it might not look it, but in-game performance-wise, you know he is. Like, everyone who has used him knows how good he is, and everyone who has come up against him in Weekend League knows how effective he is. He also comes with a 5-star weak foot, which is very rare for a defender, but it is very useful, especially for when making clearances and passing out the back. He's also got 4-star skills, which once again isn't a given on a fullback, and in game he's just a monster. No standout stats on his card particularly, but just in game, just so overpowered. He's literally broken. He's like the left back equivalent of Nick Pope in goal. Like, he's just so good in defence. His strength in game feels so much better than that 79 suggests, and his tackling ability also feels mad. He's just an overpowered item, and that's why he has to rank so high in my opinion. Like, yeah, he's nuts, and I'm sure most of you will agree that he deserves a spot in the top 10, but I'm sure some of you will also hate the fact that he's here because, yeah, it's Mendy. We do not like coming up against him, and obviously the fact he's got so many good links in the game as well just makes him so common in the game. Yes, it's a boring pick, but yeah, it's deserved. The card is mad. And to finish us off in this top 10 video, it's a very obvious pick, but yeah, it's Team of the Year, Alfonso Davis. Nobody will be surprised to see this. The card is excellent, and although this video is focused on how a card plays at left back, this item can literally be played anywhere on the field aside from goalkeeper, and he'll do a very nice job. But as a left back, this card is unrivaled in terms of like pace and dribbling ability, and his physicals are just absolutely nuts even as a base item. The same can be said for his defending, and his passing, going forward, helping out in attack is just brilliant. So yeah, a very deserved number 1, and even though he does cost 1.5 million, I've still got to keep him there because he is without doubt the best left back in the game currently, I think, anyway, because for me, when I use this card, he was brilliant. And yeah, I would love to have one in my club full time, but sadly I can't afford to do so. But an awesome card, and there's a reason you see him quite a bit in teams, because he is worth having in, even if not on full chem. So that is that. Those are my top 10 left backs in FIFA 21 Ultimate Team. In the comments below, let me know your thoughts on my rankings, and also don't forget to give yours as well. Is there a player who you think really should have made my top 10 who didn't at all, or do you agree with pretty much most of the players I have in my top 10, but maybe would switch around their rankings a little bit? Let me know all that good stuff down in that comment section. Also, if you could leave a like rating on the video, that'd be very much appreciated, and also tell me which position I should cover next. Thanks for watching, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one.